Welcome back, viewers. You're watching Asian Vibes, and my guest today is Mr. K.S. Joseph, who has been in Thunder Bay for 50 years now and has helped establish the East Indian community here in Thunder Bay. And we were talking about the association's contributions, and one remarkable contribution has been towards the hospital.
Yes, we paid a $25,000 contribution, such a small community with limited resources to the Thunder Bay Regional Hospital. And room number 361 of the hospital,
room 361, yes,
is dedicated to India-Canada Association. There is a sign there. Donated by India-Canada Association.
Nice,
I encourage our people and also the community, you know,
to
go and visit, because at that time we did not have this many people from our community. It was a smaller community. Plus, we also paid $4,000 to the eye clinic of the hospital. So, St. Joseph's Heritage we paid. We paid Fair Peterson Center, Shelter House, children's for the name of that.
And recently we also contributed to Teens Challenge and so many other
yes,
organizations.
So we have always more than to the our ability, we have contributed.
And what was possible?
What was possible? So the whole association money is spent not on us. It is for the whole community really.
You also were organizing the India Night.
Yes.
That was another very key cultural event.
We started the first India Night was in 1974. We did it on a basement of a church here. It was very successful. After that, every year, this was to commemorate the Republic Day of India. So we had it always in January.
26th January, yes.
Then it got changed because the weather conditions made it into February, March, April. So last time it was April or May.
Yes,
May.
Yeah.
But this was to commemorate our Republic Day of India.
That was India, yes. Canada. And also folklore every year.
Every year, yes. We those days in even India Night, we cooked ourselves.
Oh yeah.
The first India Night, we cooked ourselves, washed the dishes, served them. But there were not very many people. 1974, we did not have that many people in Thunder Bay. Our community people. But we had help from every community. They all participated.
Nice.
There was no problem in selling the tickets. So when I go to sell the tickets, nobody will say no to me. I know.
Because you've seen the history and you've seen.
And also in the Rotary Club, same thing. When I sell, I can go to anybody and I sell tickets, and I sell the maximum number of tickets in the Rotary.
And so over the years, you must have seen lots and lots of changes, with regards to the community.
See, today now, we have all the protection, legal protection.
Yes.
When we came, there was no new Human Rights Commission. There was nothing. You can be fired. My wife, she had to resign her job in order to have a baby. She came from a country where she had 6 weeks maternity leave before and 6 weeks after paid, and you go back to your job. Here, you resign and reapply. If there is a vacancy, you get it.
But things have changed.
Things have changed, of course. And because you are a minority or anything, that doesn't matter anymore. Anymore. If you are capable of doing it, you get the job. It's your duty to sell that.
Yeah, you're capable.
And that is how my involvement with the community, and that is why first, the city gave me a medal of the city's 25 years community service to the city. So 5 years ago, when the Queen's Diamond Jubilee medal was announced, I got a call from the minister saying, from your community, I am recommending your name. I said, well, I didn't do anything here. We know what you did.
That was your humble you.
So they had a ceremony for that at the Italian Hall. And a lot of our community members attended for that. And I was wondering why I was chosen. It was not because of the position you hold, it was the work, what you have done for the community.
Absolutely.
That was the only merit, that was the only thing they were looking at.
And they recognized and acknowledged your contributions.
Yes, by not only by our community, by the Canadian community. The
as
Thunder Bay community has
Nice.
accepted that.
Nice.
That was a great moment of happiness in my life.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And then in the year 2000.
And if I remember, if I remember our conversation, you're the only Asian.
I was the only Asian in
recipient.
Thunder Bay who received this. Yeah.
Queen's Diamond.
Other parts of Canada I do not know, but in Thunder Bay I was the only person.
Right.
And another thing that is very important to me, that was happy to me, that I had the privilege of having an audience with the Pope.
I see that very, very impressive picture.
Yes,
I was going to
in
ask
the
you
year
about
2000, when at the time I was vacationing winter time in India. And
How did that happen?
a friend of mine who is pictured here.
It's a lifetime blessing.
Yes, who is pictured here. He was a priest at the time, working for the United Nations as Vatican's employee. He was chosen by the Pope to be his ambassador to one of the African countries. So when you are chosen as an ambassador, you are automatically made an archbishop.
Okay.
That is a consecration celebration can be done by a cardinal or the Pope.
Okay.
So Pope chose to do that, and he informed me that it's going to happen on January 6, 2000. So I flew from Kerala to Rome, participated in the ordination ceremony, and after the reception he told me that he will be meeting the Pope tomorrow.
Right.
So if you want an opportunity,
So
you
this
come
was
with me.
One-to-one audience?
Yes,
Fantastic.
yes. Well, there were other bishops also who were appointed like this, but they had their people. But each time, only one person is allowed to meet the Pope, not a general audience.
What was that special moment like?
It was like, that this is a person. You can see his immense.
Selfless giving.
Yeah, he exudes, I'm forgetting the word, a divinity. You can feel that
the presence
of God. The way he reacts to you, how he talks to you. Because I am such an insignificant person. He is one of the leaders of the world in the sense, over 1.3 billion people.
Yeah.
Remember, he is head of the
Messenger
church.
of peace.
Yeah, and he come to the level of speaking my own language. First he did not know he thought I was Italian. He started talking Italian. Then I changed to English. And then he wanted me what kind of job I do.
I see.
And when I said that, he repeated that. Justicia. Yeah. So he repeated that, and that was
so
very,
it was
very,
even
very
that special moment was about you. He was asking about you.
About me.
Yes.
He was not concerned. Even though at the time he had little bit Parkinson's disease
Oh,
developing in 2000.
Nice.
Yeah. But
What an impressive journey so far, Joseph.
So far, and
Fantastic.
my advice to my community and the whole community of that, try to help one another. Anybody needs help, anybody approach, you don't have to advertise. Somebody will come. If somebody comes and asks you, do something.
Do what you can.
What you
can.
Yeah. You don't have to go, bend your back or break anything. Whatever possible you can do, do it for others.
And with whatever resource, whatever time.
Exactly.
But just do that little bit.
Spending time, and if you have the money, do that also.
On that profound word of wisdom, thank you so much, Joseph. Thanks for giving your time and talking to us about and walking us through this journey, this very, very impressive journey, where we all need to learn to contribute something, give back something to the community.
That's right.
Thank you so much, and wish you all the very best and continue doing so.
Thank you.
Thank you, viewers, for joining us on this edition of Asian Vibes. The show is all about multiculturalism, profiling the Asian community in Thunder Bay. If you have a subject, topic to discuss, to share, please do get in touch with us. Thank you for watching Asian Vibes.